What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a new GTA 6 leak that says that we will be playing the main protagonist of GTA 6 will be a female. There's not too much more beyond that, but we'll read where this came from, we'll read what it says, and then we'll talk about it, see if it could end up being true, okay? Before I get too far into it, make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys have the bell icon turned on so you know all these videos go up. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter account is podcastnow15, okay? I'll leave a link for it in the description below, or of course, you can just, go over on Twitter and search me up. We have a lot of fun on Twitter, not a toxic community in my community. I know Twitter in general is a bit toxic. All right, this comes from comicbook.com, and they say GTA 6 will reportedly have a female protagonist, a first for the GTA series. Rockstar Games has yet to announce GTA 6 or confirm that a new game in the series is in development. I don't think that's necessarily true, but we'll continue. However, according to a plethora of reports, GTA 6 is already deep in development for the PS5, Series X, Series S, and possibly PC as well. Depending on what report or rumor you're reading, GTA 6 is closer to release than you think, or still very far away from releasing. That is true. Unfortunately, right now, no further information about the game's release has surfaced, but we do have a new report about the game's protagonist, courtesy of Tom Henderson, a leaker and industry insider widely known for his Call of Duty scoops. Talking to Twitter, Henderson recently revealed that GTA 6 will have a playable female protagonist alongside a playable male protagonist. Unfortunately, this is where the scoop ends. In other words, it's unclear if the game has two protagonists that players will switch between, or whether it's like Cyberpunk, where you can pick, whether you play as a male or female. While with the context of the previous releases, you'd assume it's the former, but if Rockstar Games is going to break tradition and finally have a female protagonist, it could be poised to break additional traditions. It's important to note that Henderson does not divulge his source. That being said, he has been proven reliable on numerous occasions in the past, though it's typically been with information pertaining to Call of Duty. While Henderson's reporting has never been limited to COD, it is what he's known for, so take this with an extra grain of salt, as that it's not only unofficial, but it's also outside of Henderson's wheelhouse. And of course, even if the report is 100% accurate, it's also subject to change. Well, I don't really think that last part, even if it's true, they're not going to randomly switch and be like, yeah, we got to take out a main character. All right, so that's the report. So, I don't know much about this Tom Henderson guy either. I feel, well, you know what? I mean, you talk about leaks and you talk about rumors enough on the internet, and you do start to kind of recognize names. Maybe like someone like me, who I talk about so many different things, I do have trouble remembering names just because I do talk about so much stuff. I do feel like I've seen his name before. I hope he's right. I think that this is a cool thing. I don't think this would be a Cyberpunk situation where you pick whether you want to play as a male or female. It wouldn't be impossible. I just feel like the way GTA, you look at GTA 5, right? The way that game has gone, you play as multiple characters. That's it. That's pretty much all it is, right? It's where, and I don't even know, would it be 50-50? Would it be 60-40, 70-30, whatever. But, just to have a similar-ish situation to GTA 5, minus one character, right? Because that had 3, now this would have 2, and you play as a male and you play as a female. So I think that's a cool thing. And to be quite honest with you guys, I don't have too much to say about it. I'm not gonna go I'm not gonna go like a terrible way, right? I don't know. I hope nobody does that in the comments where it's like, oh, it's a girl. Here's what I'll say. To keep it consistent with my view on a lot of other things. The only thing I'd be willing to say out there is, when you're making the character, don't tell us that you need to play as her because she's a girl. That's the only thing I'd be worried about. That's what Hollywood does. That's what some games do, the more liberal, kind of like leftist-leaning games. And it's up to your opinion. There could be nothing wrong with it. That's pretty much the only thing. I don't want to be told that she's a cool character because she's a girl, or that you should play her because it's a girl. It doesn't help that this would be the first female protagonist in a GTA, because then you're going to hear them running, I assume, or you'll see, and it may not even be them, because a lot of times, especially like a Rockstar company, they may keep their mouths out of it, right? They may keep their mouths shut. It would be more like the Kotakus, the Polygons, the GameSpots, the IGNs, those of the world, that'd be like, oh my god, this is a revolutionary, a female protagonist. Did you guys know you could play as females in games? I didn't. And so, like, I know that sounds stupid, that sounds very jokingly, but it's actually not, because they do it all the time, right? They really do, where it's like, you need to play this game, or you need to play this character, or and this is the worst part, if you don't like the character, or you don't like the game, you get ready to be called every name under the sun, because clearly you're anti, something, I won't say say I won't finish that, right? But that's, to me, and that's a big deal. I mean, it's unfair for me to say like, oh, that's just a small little thing I want to sprinkle in. That would be an enormous thing if that kind of stuff happens. And the way the world leans nowadays, I think it's way more likely that stuff like that will happen. It's just something to keep an eye on. I'm no prophet. I'm not like I don't know prophecies. I can't I can't see the future, but there is a history with this kind of stuff, and you see gaming developers moving more in this, and even with movies. I talk about, I'll say one example, and we'll end it here. I talk about Pirates of the Caribbean. One example I have is Margot Robbie with Pirates, the Margot Robbie Pirates film. How she verbally said out loud that the next movie, her movie, is going to be different and unique, and like you should see it because it's going to be female empowerment, because there's going to be strong female characters in it, which I think is the most insulting thing you could say to Pirates of the Caribbean. Because if you saw the movies, you would know that there's females all over the place, that some of them are main characters more than Jack Sparrow is, right? So that really annoyed me. It's like you already see it. And really, when they said like she would be the main star and the writer of Birds of Prey would be the main, at the head of this movie, people said like these are the kind of things you're gonna hear, and we were right, and I said it as well. Okay, so these are things that again are a little worrisome, and I know I'm kind of making, again, you could say I'm making a big deal out of something small. We'll have to see. I want to play as a female in GTA. I see no problem with that. I think it's a good opportunity to make a strong, and because I have nothing against a strong female protagonist, right? You know who's a strong female protagonist? Ellie. I love Ellie in The Last of Us. One of my personal favorites is Max Caulfield in Life is Strange, the first season. I think she's phenomenal. Okay, so you can do it. You can make strong female characters. That's just the only thing I would say. If you guys came here for a little bit of controversy, that's the thing I would just be a little worried about if you start hearing that. Now, we don't know anything about this game. And also, by the way, the very beginning of the report, I don't, did Rockstar? Yeah, Rockstar maybe didn't acknowledge it, but, Take-Two absolutely did, right? We know there's a GTA in development. They said there's a GTA in development. It's just an early development. So, I guess Rockstar hasn't said anything. I guess that's probably right? So Take-Two is the one who ended up saying that. Just a little odd. So let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? Do you think this is a good thing? Do you think this is a bad thing? Do you think they could go down maybe the path that I was saying? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. Again, if you guys want to follow my Twitter account, PodcastNow15 is my Twitter handle. Would love to have you guys over there. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.